Once again, I'm at the cinema here to continue the journey of Disney 100, by this time watching the 1942 movie Bambi. So let me take you along with me. I hope you're strapped in, because this is about to be a hot take. So I just got out of seeing Bambi, the 10 a.m. showing. Now, going into this movie, going to be honest, I pretty much knew nothing about it, which is the best way, and of course, a really good way to kind of experience it for the first ever time. Now, I did know and read up afterwards that this is based on a book, Bambi, A Life in the Woods, I think, by Felix Salten. I may have got that wrong, but yeah, I don't know if that translates so well onto the screen, and now I'm going to get into why. And as I say, this may be a little bit of a hot take, but just before we go further into today's review, I would like to say a huge thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to really support the channel. If you're interested in joining Patreon, and if you're interested in buying some merch or checking out my debut book, there is a link down below in the description box you can click where you can find all that good stuff. Thanks for listening, really appreciate it. Now let me go into a couple of positives before I go into the hot take side of things. A couple of positives right away is, for this being a 1942 movie, the animation is very, very nice. It is, you can tell, you know, at the time it was very impressive, it was something different, and of course the animation just continues to keep on improving, especially since I watched the first Disney 100 movie, which was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And even up until now, in present day, in 2023 as I'm recording this, watching this for the first ever time, I can still say that it is impressive. I liked the animation here. The music also, whether it is the musical score or the soundtrack, is done really good, and it's definitely of the kind of older songs, and I like that. I actually thought that really kind of added an element to here and kind of, you know, added to this kind of charming, cute, whimsical movie that we were getting. And I just felt as if, especially, you know, that music being played now in 2023, it was quite nice to have that kind of nostalgia and throwback, and, you know, just of that time, the music that was maybe big at that time, but also just an appreciation for it. The supporting characters of Thumper and Flower, I enjoyed. I think that they were definitely two of the big highlights in this movie. Unfortunately, I've got to go into a host of negatives, and the first one being, at times this movie was as entertaining as watching paint dry. This is an hour and 10 minutes movie. I felt as if this movie, for most of it, was kind of showing off Disney animation at that time and being impressive for that time, than focusing more on a compelling story arc. Because yes, don't get me wrong, it's cool to see Bambi's journey from just being like a little deer until like it grows up. That element, I thought, okay, cool. But to get to the part of nearly where he is growing up, it felt like a chore. I was like, okay, yeah, it's great to see all these different animals. It's great to see this kind of harmony and like how they all live, and that is beautiful. But nothing happens. There's literally not much happening apart from a bit of a development with Bambi and his mum, who is unnamed, by the way. That's the kind of only intriguing part in that sequence. Besides that, it just goes for, I say, this cute, whimsical feeling, and this just taking its time to get to literally point A to point B, which takes about 45 minutes off the movie. And bear in mind, as I mentioned, this is only like an hour and 10 minutes, because the last 50 minutes was really good. I was entertained, and I was like, wow, where was this for the rest of this movie? It wasn't there. Also, there's a lack of character development here. As I mentioned, this movie snail's pace of pacing in general, and it just took so long to get to any kind of point in this movie where I was like, there's only so much of a life in the woods that can be really, really interesting, and until it gets to that kind of last 15-20 minutes point, the rest of it was a snooze fest. I was having a little bit of struggle being like, this is failing to kind of keep my attention here. And to be honest, it's not one that I would probably care to revisit. Yeah, unfortunately, I was a little bit disappointed with Bambi. So I'm going to give you my score, and that is a 2 out of 5. Have you seen Bambi? Are you like me and haven't seen it before? Well, of course, until today. Let me know down below in the comment section, and so we can continue the discussion down there. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, press the red subscribe button so I can see you again on a future video. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.